Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be doing a frontal installation, and this is how it go because guys, I've wore the cap off camera, so I'm going to tell you how I did that. After weaving your client's hair, the next thing you should do is to use an alcohol and a cotton wool to clean the front of the client's hair. Then after that, you wear your wig cap on the client's hair. After wearing the wig cap on the client's hair, what you do is you take your melting spray and spray on the wig cap, in front of the wig cap, on your hairline, where your hairline stop. That way you put your melting spray. After that, you're going to use hair dryer. You see, you've passed that place. Use hair dryer to dry up that melting spray so that it will stick to your hair. After the thing has dry, you take your frontal scissors to cut off the extra cap off your head. So after that one, now you will now use your glue. I've sampled the glue already on the second of this video. You use your frontal glue. I'm using a Ghost Bond product. You use the frontal glue to put on the front of the hair, in front of the cap, not on the cap, in front of the cap. And that part, you make sure that the client's hair is not on that part. You put the frontal glue on that part and dry it. And you're going to dry this thing on low heat. On low heat, guys. Dry on low heat. After drying the first one, you're going to go through that process 3 to 4 times. But if your client has an oily skin, you're going to go through that process 5 times. Meaning you're going to put that frontal glue on the client's hair 5 times and dry. Dry on low heat, don't forget. And make sure that that white glue you're saying turns to colorless. Make sure that it's not showing white before you apply on that one. If you apply another one on top of it when it's not fully dry, when the thing is still white, it will leave white cast on your frontal install. So guys, before you apply another glue, make sure the one you applied before has completely dried off. And guys, see my melting spray. Look at it. I'm using butterfly product or a melting spray. I also use got to be, but on this video I'll be using butterfly spray. So guys, after drying your gum that 5 or 4 times, the next thing you do, you take your wig and you place it on top of the glue. Make sure your wig is on top of the glue. After that, you're going to press it down. You can use a brush or a comb to assist in pressing it down. After that, you're going to use your band to tie it down. Tying that thing down is just to make it to stick down a little. Then you dry on low heat, on same low heat. After that one, you take your styling comb, you style the hair to the part you want. If it's a center pattern, if it's a side pattern, you style it. Then you bring out the baby hair if you want to do baby hair. If you don't want to do baby hair, you leave it like that. The next thing you do, you take your melting spray again and spray on top of the hairline, on top of the frontal, where the frontal is. That way you spray on top of the hairline where you want it to stick. After spraying your melting spray on top of the hairline, you take your band. You can see the black band I'm using here. You take your band and tie it on top of it, and tie it very tight. This tying very tight, it will make this thing to melt very well. If you don't tie the band very well, your frontal will not really, it won't really lap. It won't stay very well. So you have to, after your melting spray, you have to tie it down with melt band so that it will give that natural fitting. So guys, after tying it with a melting band, the next thing you do, you take your dryer and you dry on low heat. And this, when you're drying on low heat, here you can now style. If you have someone assisting you, the person can help you hold the dryer while you do your styling. But if you're the one installing by yourself, you can finish drying before you style your frontal. So here, one of my trainees is assisting with the drying of the frontal while I am styling the hair. So make sure your melting band is on the frontal before you style. Don't dry and remove it before styling, because you might don't like the outcome. So before you style, make sure your melting band is on top of your frontal before styling. So here you can see the band is still on top of the frontal and I'm styling it. And I'm styling this thing bit by bit because she wanted the style she made with this frontal before is different from those I'm making now. So I'm going to style it bit by bit. As you're cutting, you're using your styling comb to press it down with your wax stick, with your wax stick. And you can see on this video I'm using this thing. I'm using bed. I'm using bed wax stick on this video. So make sure you style your hair, you use your styling comb and do it bit by bit so that it will give that very fine styling. If you pack it together and style the front, it won't give a very nice styling, which you have to do it bit by bit. If you can see my client here, the melting, the styling is set very well. The styling is now very fine and smooth because I did it bit by bit. If I pack it, if I chunk it together to style, it won't be flat like this. So now I've finished styling the front. I'm not stretching the hair. Here I'm done stretching the hair already. I'm trying to arrange this side to be very fine, to give a very fine and clean styling. You can see the back. I'm doing a light bob, not full bob, a very light bob. So guys, you can, before you style, before you style it, make sure you apply your hair serum. Don't use any hot something on your hair without applying hair serum. Make sure you apply your hair serum before you style it. So guys, look at it. Look at this style I made for my client. I made a C-cut styling for her. As you can see, we're almost done with it. I've finished packing the hair at the back, and now I'm using my styling comb to do the finished styling. So here, to get this front very smooth and flat, I will use my styling spray on top of it. I call this my styling spray because I can even use it to style bridal hair also. When you apply it, you use a brush and brush it back. You can also use your dryer too and also dry it so it will come down, especially if you're using it for a bride. But yeah, I'm not using dryer because my client said she don't want to carry the install for long, so I don't do it to be very strong. So after that spray, I'm using my styling mousse to smoothen everything. Without styling mousse, you can't get a very smooth styling, especially when you're doing frontal. So after that, I applied my styling mousse. Guys, our frontal installation is set and sweet. So now it's time to remove the melting band. Guys, see how beautiful this install is. I've removed the melting band. You can see I finished styling everything first before removing the band. Don't move your band when you're not done styling. After you're done styling, remove your band, then you can arrange your baby hairs. So now I've moved my band. You can see how fine and clean this install is. It's time for me to do my baby hairs. While doing baby hair, you're going to cut off the part where you want the thing to stay. Cut it off, and I use my baby hair stretcher, very small one, to style the baby hair first before applying my gel. If you do it like this, the baby hair will not pull out easily. Even if it pulls out, it will not stand. But if you don't use this baby hair styling to style it, you apply your gel on it, it might pull off and it will just stand as if you didn't do anything there at all. So using this baby hair stretcher to style it first before applying your gel, it will really make it to be fine even if the gel goes out. And I'm using Gorilla Gel to do the styling. I'm using Gorilla to do the styling. Guys, you can see it. I've applied it. Another thing with using styling stretcher, your baby hair stretcher to style, it will make it very easy for you to style your frontal. Once you just put your gel, it will just align for you. No need of stressing, no need of too much brushing. But if you don't style it with that baby hair stretcher, bending that thing it will take a little time. So guys, if you know If you have this stretcher, it is a plus to you while installing your frontal. But if you don't have it, you can still install your frontal like that, or you can still do like that. Just that this one makes it quicker and faster to style your baby hair. So guys, check it out now. Check it out. We are done, guys. We are done. See the install now. See the install. The hair is so fine. And I told my client to flaunt her hair. Flaunt it. If you got it, flaunt it. And my client is happy. And this my client came all the way, as in our place is very, very far from my shop, but